Warning! The following video will contain spoilers from the series The Flash, particularly the episode The Man in the Yellow Suit. If you do not want anything spoiled from that, or you haven't seen the episode quite yet, stop watching now! Also, this video is being brought to you by the Book of Bio-Spiritual Yum Yum Goodness. This is a book that I wrote. It's a mix of New Age self-help and comedy. And heck, there's even a chapter in here that if one day the human race does develop superpowers, there's some ideas about what they may be and rules for how we should live with them when we do develop them. So it's a fun little thing. Please, you can feel free to check it out at websites like CreateSpace, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. You can go to those websites, check them out all over the place. So, if you need links, let me know. I'll be happy to send them to you. Thanks. Yum yum. Okie dokie, guys. Yeah, Dave here. And this is my first theory video I think I've done for a while since my last channel got knocked off of YouTube. Okay, yeah, I've had a lot of thoughts and stuff about the Flash TV series. Of course, hopefully, if you had a chance to see my video, The Flash Fact Funk, you can go back through my history and check that video out. That's a nice little fun one. But anyway, I digress. What this video is about one little piece of jewelry that was revealed in the episode of The Flash, The Man with the Yellow Suit. Well, it's this one right here. This is a replica of Flash's ring. Now, it's not reverse Flash's because you can tell with a lightning bolt in the right direction. But see, in the comic books, the Flash, Barry Allen, particularly being such a good police scientist, developed some pretty cool technology that we have yet to see in the show. But it's kind of been hinted at. Now, originally in the comics, the way it works is he's developed a specific formula that he coats his costume in. Now, with it, he can actually, with a little bit of electricity, he can actually compress the outfit into something so small that it can actually fit into something like a ring. The way it works is, pop the button, and as soon as it contacts air, it goes back to normal size. And at super speed, he goes running in and puts his costume on. Voila, you've got the Flash. Well, we haven't seen that yet, but Dr. Wells does seem to have a reverse Flash ring, and in his secret little room, he uses it to actually turn like a key and have the yellow suit pop onto a mannequin body. So, it looks like he has this particular item, but is he still the Man in the Yellow Suit? Is he the Reverse Flash? I know things are looking that way, and I know I've said things that I don't really think he is. I still don't. Yes, it's too easy. That's what I'm saying. It's too easy. But I digress. I can get back into that with you guys a little later. I know. I'm talking about the Flash, and I'm wearing a Marvel Zombie shirt. I don't have any Flash shirts. I don't have any Arrow shirts either, so I'm hoping to eventually get some cash. Which, you guys can help with by, buying this. Yum, yum. Anyway, it's interesting technology, and given that a lot of heroes were born out of the, World War II, the Golden Age, or later moved up into the Silver Age, like Barry, he has developed some interesting tech and ideas. I mean, hell, one of the cool things about that he ended up coming up with this was how to use his powers in different ways, and that's why they have a little thing in the comics called Flash Facts. Now, he's brilliant, but we haven't quite seen that part manifest into it yet. Wells has this technology, and we can just chalk it up to future tech. So, how the heck is he able to store the costume into the ring? Now, here are a few of my theories and ideas. One, in Marvel, one little MacGuffin that they use is something called Pym particles. Dr. Hank Pym, a.k.a. Ant-Man, a.k.a. Giant Man, a.k.a. Goliath, or Yellow Jacket, or the Wasp, or the Scientist Supreme. Yeah, he's developed particles that actually can shunt mass from something into another dimension, so he used them to shrink, and eventually how to grow. So, eventually, a lot of technology is used to essentially shrink stuff down to microscopic size, then pop it out if you need it. It's possible, since the Atom, or Ray Palmer, is currently working on technology like that in Arrow, maybe it's a future tech where he's able to shrink the suit like that. It's a possibility, and it'd be an interesting way to tie them together. I'm not entirely sure about that. Another thing, and this is initially why I was thinking about making this video, there's another hero in DC who is born out of technology that, yeah, a lot of concepts have really taken off. I mean, super serums that give people powers, you know, ray guns, you know, alternate realities, things like these. These are things that were once cutting-edge ideas of sci-fi, and now they're something we use every day. Well, there's one bit of technology that came from a DC hero, or actually someone that created the DC hero, that we have yet to see. And believe it or not, you have actually heard a little bit of them if you've ever played the Batman Arkham games and you've heard Jack Ryder. Yep. See, in the comic books, Jack Ryder was a reporter who got stumbled into a kidnapping of a scientist, Dr. Emil Yatz. This guy actually created two amazing inventions. One, a super serum that is capable of giving a healing factor as well as increased strength, speed, endurance, and agility. He actually uses that part to become the Creeper. But the other device is the molecular transducer. Now this is where technology hasn't quite caught up with the comic books yet. The molecular transducer works by whatever you're wearing or whatever device it's placed on, by hitting a button on it, it's supposed to rearrange the molecules, making it invisible and weightless, so it's always there. He actually gave that to Ryder after he got a wound in his hand, as well as the serum, and when it closed up, he was able to hit it, and he was able to turn on and off the costume he was wearing, as well as activate the serum in his bloodstream, giving him his powers. Well, the transducer is a cool idea. Basically, another way of thinking about it, think about, like in Doctor Who, in a couple episodes where he needed to hide the TARDIS, so by hitting the button, he was able to actually make it sync 1 second out of time. This way happened with the Daleks shifting an entire, sector of space out of phase with the rest of the universe, so it was invisible. Essentially, it could be something similar to that. Or maybe it actually does rearrange the molecules and store it. Maybe it figures out a way to actually compress it, kind of like a JLA transporter, where since it breaks down matter into energy or things like that, maybe it actually does that and store it into the ring that way. Or something even more fun, and this might make sense. See, it is possible that one day the device of Dr. Yatz may actually become technology that people in the 25th century, where Professor Zoom comes from, may actually be able to get a hold of it. So that's something to look forward to. Or maybe it's something they'll tie to Ray Palmer, the Atom. But here's something else fun that might also work. The analogy I gave about Doctor Who and the Doctor putting the TARDIS out of sync with reality by 1 second, well, throughout the comics, one thing that the Flash and other superheroes have known to do is that all alternate realities and multiple Earths are kept away and different for dimensions at different frequencies. By vibrating at a certain frequency, you can actually phase from one to another. Maybe, just maybe, instead of storing the ring, the costume into the ring, maybe that acts kind of like a dimensional key, as it were, that does shunt things like the costume into another dimension, or slightly out of phase or sync with our reality. But that acts as the key. Activate it, and it shunts it back into reality, all because of vibrations. Now, eventually, the Flash is going to start showing some real cool powers with vibrations. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if Cisco starts developing his vibe powers with it as well. With it, he can actually vibrate his molecules so fast he can go through solid objects. Eventually, that kind of thing can go through for phase shifting forward through other dimensions, or even throughout time. So, we've got the possibility of atom technology to shrink the ring down, to shrink the costume down into the ring. We've got the molecular transducer that Dr. Yatz has for the Creeper. Or we've got vibrational shifting of dimensions in the costume. All of these are interesting ideas about how the ring may actually act as a key to store it, or how to bring it into reality. All these are good ideas. All these have come from the comics. And like I said, there's multiple ideas. So what do you guys think? Do you think that the costume actually does shrink down thanks to a special formula that is compressed in there? Who knows? It looks like reverse flash tech may actually become something that Barry uses in our time, but has yet to happen yet. So please, like this video, comment, share it around with your other friends, and tell me what you guys think. How do you think the costume gets into the ring? Alright guys, Dave here, and believe me, with more Flash episodes coming, there's going to be a lot more episodes and review videos from me coming up too. So please, tell your friends. I'm trying to get my friends back from my list that I had lost when my other channel went kaput. So thank you guys. Peace. Please buy my book. Yum yum.